Hi there, my lovely Madison High School dual enrollment students, and welcome to English 111, 112, and then maybe for some of you 232 in the spring. I just want to say I am so happy that you are here. I am so glad that we are all in this community together, and this is my passion. This is what I do, this is what I care about, and I'm so glad to share this space with you. And so, a little bit about me is so I am a teacher of 18 years. I actually used to teach at Madison High School way back in the day. There might be a teacher or two who remembers me. Um, but I've been here at SILSA, which is in Asheville High School, for the last 13 years. And I know that because my daughter is 13. So I'm also getting my doctorate currently. So at the end of this school year, I should be Dr. Robinson. So sometimes you'll see me kind of be cheeky and say like, I'm almost Dr. Robinson. And so that's a little bit about me. I'm so excited to see a little bit more about you on the introduction forums, and I'm so glad that we're all in it together. So the module for our course opened today, and so I already saw that there were several people who have kind of hopped on the syllabus quiz, and you guys are like going fast. So that's excellent, and I am so happy to see all of you pop it on there. So I'm going to kind of walk you through how we do business in English 111 and kind of how our pace goes. Okay. So I'm going to kind of walk you through right here. So you're going to see the Moodle page. So you're always going to want to open the Moodle page all the way so that you can see all of the different instructions. Um, and I usually have a poem of the week. And so I Hear America Singing by Walt Whitman. And so here is what I need you guys to remember. And the date's wrong. It should be 26. I'm so sorry. But here is what I need you guys to kind of be able to walk through each week. Okay. So you're going to see there are different things that you're going to be able to access, right? So you're going to have your syllabus, and the syllabus is going to give you all the details and the nitty gritty, like what is this class? What are you doing? How is it graded? What's the progression of like understanding? But at the end of the day, what you are in is a dual enrollment class, right? So you are in mini masters. You're going to get 6 total credit hours for 111 and then 112. And that is in the progression of the AA at AB Tech. Okay. So some of you will go on to 232, or most of you will go on for 232, and that's going to be your English 3 credit. And so you'll end up with the year with 9 credit hours essentially. Okay, a word about textbooks. You will see that this is the Norton Field Guide to Writing. You'll see on the AB Tech website that it says Let's Talk, the guide. Okay, they're the same thing essentially. Let's Talk is more up to date. Um, and this one is what I know you have access to in your classroom. So that's what the one I'm going to use for now. If I am notified or if I can put in an order to make sure that you have the more updated version, we absolutely can do that. But for now, I'm going to use this one because I know you have access to it in the classroom. If you have a more updated one, Let's Talk, and you want the different reading schedule, I can give it to you as well. Okay, so a couple of things that I want you to know. So, like, here are the learning outcomes. I'm not going to read them all out, but you're going to collaborate with each other in the writing community. You're also going to build your research skills. You're going to deepen your rhetorical analysis skills. You're going to present with each other. There's so many different things that we're going to be doing. But a couple of just kind of quick notes about grading is that formative work lands about 40%, and then core assignments lands about 40%. but 35% for English 111 because of the common final exam, which is going to be the research argument essay. Okay. So I'll kind of walk through this. This kind of gives you some overviews of what some of the core assessments are. And if you're like, what does that mean, formative work versus core? Formative are complete incompletes, and then core is like mastery based. Okay. So 40% of your grade comes from like, did you do it or did you not do it? But the level of completion will depend upon excellence, thought, detail, and not using AI. Right. So I give some overview of substantive interaction here. Please make sure that you note these two things. Okay. So proactive communication is that I'm going to make sure that I have a weekly announcement, that I'm going to have clarifications, that I'm going to have access to my email, that I'm going to send out weekly videos, I'm going to have details and detailed resources. Okay. But I will also give you feedback on your work, grades within 7 days, give you weekly forums, peer review cycles, and lots of presentations where you're going to respond to each other's recorded work. And that is going to be how we measure how much you have accrued this learning in the process. Okay, AI. Okay, so here's the thing about AI. AI is a tool, and as a tool, it must be used with caution. Okay. So here is what AI is forbidden. AI is not allowed for any formative post. It is not allowed for any like peer review comments or annotations. Okay. Those all need to come from your head. What you may use AI for is cleaning up a draft. You may use AI to help you locate sources. You may use AI if it helps you to like check and make sure that your information is accurate. You may not use AI to do thinking for you. That will be forbidden in my online space. All right. And so this kind of gives you some overviews of like what's going to come down the pipe in regards to like the finals, et cetera. So more on syllabus later. However, I'm going to go to the next one down, which is the to-do list. Okay. All right. Into the to-do list. Okay. All right. So some of this may adjust slightly, basically, depending on our class and how fast we're going. Um, and so from time to time, I might make a couple of adjustments or take off a couple of writing pieces. But in general, I'm going to follow this general format. Okay. So you're going to see there'll be like to read and to do. Okay. And so if the Moodle ever becomes overwhelming, which sometimes Moodle can be overwhelming, okay, it'll give you an overview. Okay, so we are going to be progressing through your stories and literacy narratives first, and then we're going to go into persuasion, and then moving into the researched argument, and closing out with your researched argument essay. That'll be also via conference that you will do with me. Right. Okay, so I know I'm going to go a little long in the tooth here because I want to make sure that I'm setting you up for success. One thing that I want to make note of is that I may discuss with you my dissertation study or my capstone. And what that means is that from time to time, I might ask you to do a survey for me or to collect data for me for that capstone. And that is simply because I'm studying something called metacognition and multimodality, which is just how I approach doing online work with students who are asynchronous. And so more on that later, but if you will be a participant in that, I would very much appreciate it. All right. So as I'm going through, here's what we're going to be doing. All right. You are going to handwrite some of these tasks. So please make sure that you have the ability to have a camera and to take a picture of handwritten docs. Okay. So this says 8:30, it should say 8:26. the syllabus and AA policy quiz. Please read that and take those notes. Okay, so you're going to read Academic Habits of Mind and Rhetorical Situations. There will also be a link to Mother Tongue, which is down below, and How to Read Like a Writer, which is down below. And Peter O'Connell's Beyond the Yellow highlighter. Okay, so what I'm going to have is I'm going to put the lecture here, which will be tomorrow, Tuesday. Okay, and what you're going to focus on for the next couple days is going to be not literacy map, whoopsie doo. It's going to be your forum number one, which is Mother Tongue and Language, after annotating and doing a live collaborative annotation here. Other than the AI syllabus quiz, you have a diagnostic writing check, and this is going to be how you write about a text. Um, and it'll be on Sandra Cisneros' My Name. And I also have links to the readings here. I'm going to adjust that here momentarily to make sure that's clear. So you have these 4 tasks that are right here, okay? The collaborative annotation is the one I'm going to show you just to make sure that it's clear for you, right? So you're going to open up the link, and you might notice that some people have already started commenting. You're marking up the page, giving circles, words of reference, noting things. Some people have already started annotating. Um, I know that some people can get overwhelmed by the comments, and if that's the case, just make a copy of it so that you can kind of figure out what is calling your attention, because you can also highlight. Okay. All right. And I know that some of these things, as you go through them, might take a couple of minutes to kind of get used to in an online class. So just let me know what you need. And I have these instruction slides, okay? And it kind of goes through step by step, like what you do, right? So who's in the room, how to read like a writer, what changes in dual enrollment, how you read beyond the yellow highlighter, how to annotate text, building your own legend, name is an argument, and then it kind of walks through like mother tongue and what we are focusing in on in regards to the census this week, which is completing your AI policy quiz. You don't need that. Okay. And then this piece, yes, this is part of the forum post for the week. I'm not going to be giving you this. So just don't look at this yet. Hide this slide. Okay. The diagnostic writing check is going to be focusing in on what you see that Tan is arguing, where you see the evidence, and then how you reason that out. And then Friday's always a protected work day, so that's the day that you're going to use to get all of your tasks done, which are going to be policy quiz, diagnostic writing check, a collaborative annotation, and then the language forum. So I know that that's a lot of information and there's probably some questions, but I'm here for you. So if you need anything, just reach out to me anytime and I'll get back to you as fast as I absolutely possibly can. And good luck, everyone, and happy first day.